Hello YouTubers, how you doing? How you feeling this week? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how your holidays went, and please hit that thumbs up and subscribe while you're there. It really helps support my channel. Can you believe we made it through another year? And I wanted to share my year-end review practice with you. This is so important because if you're new around here and you don't know my story, I will link it above. But like so many Lyme patients, I was misdiagnosed for about 4 years, and there were all kind of little telltale signs that something was going on with my immune system, but I just didn't I never followed up. Being young, I didn't tie each thing together. I was going to a different clinic doctor each and every time. So, those early signs of Lyme can be easy to write off, easy to ignore. And once I had that late stage Lyme disease diagnosis, I started kind of researching through my journals and to kind of figure out how long I had this. And it was just filled with all those early signs. Me saying things like, oh, I guess I'm just getting older, or I need a cleanse. And I never did these year-end reviews where I would read my journals, and I just kept pressing on right into the emergency room, right? And then right into bed for a year and a half. So in hopes of avoiding those types of situations, which so often I think happens in our modern busy lives, where we are just kind of pressing on, trying to just get through the motions and ignoring those little subtle hints and whispers that life gives us that hey, maybe we're on the wrong track, and maybe you should start paying attention to this, and so often life will just kind of seemingly slap us in the face, slap us off of our trajectory that we thought was the right path for us, where looking back, you'll see that you missed all those little early kind of warning signs. So by doing these practices and looking through, what was working, what wasn't working for you throughout the year, can really help you to not only digest any emotions around these things, but also to figure out what's the common thread in some of these things and help you to make those resolutions and goals for the next year. So if you're wanting to join in, go ahead and find a comfortable seat. We're gonna want our journal, a pen or pencil. I like to have a little candle or something, kind of set the relaxation mood. I use these LED ones so I don't burn the house down. You might also want some relaxing music. I've got a Spotify playlist where it's just instrumental, really soothing music, upbeat music to help me stay focused. Sometimes it's nice to have some aromatherapy or sage or incense going as well. So just take that time, get super cozy, hit pause on this video if you need to, get pillows, tea, your music, everything you need to feel cozy. And we'll meet back in a really comfy, cozy, seated position. I'm gonna guide you through about 10 minutes of breath work. This is gonna really help to just connect and turn that gaze inward so we can have this reflective time. So once you have that comfortable seat, you're gonna want your journal and pen or pencil ready as well, because we're gonna just do the breath work and then dive right into these journaling practices. All right, once you are comfy and cozy, you find that nice seat, whether you are cross-legged on the floor or on your couch or computer chair like I am. We'll want both feet flat on the floor if you are in a chair or couch. You can also do this lying down, that's totally fine. You might want to use a little pillow or blanket underneath the hips to elevate the pelvis above the knees if you are seated on the floor. Or use any rolled blanket or pillow underneath the knees to support the knees. Really take your time, get that comfy, cozy spot, feel fully supported. We'll be here with our eyes closed for about 10 minutes. If you've got glasses on, go ahead and take those off for a few moments here. And when you're ready, just closing the eyes. Well, imagine we're reaching the crown of the head all the way up to the sky and reaching those sit bones down into the earth. Just allowing body to breathe here. We'll relax that space between the eyebrows. Relaxing jaw, neck, and shoulders. Relaxing the arms, legs. Really feeling supported here by the earth. Relaxing belly and chest, allowing this passive breath to just pass through you. And when you're feeling ready, we'll begin by breathing in and out through the nose, inviting that breath into the belly, then the chest, and a strong, long exhale down through the nose. Coming right back into the inhale, filling belly, filling chest, and exhaling strong and long down through the nose. Just warming up the respiratory tract here, getting to know the capacity of our lungs. We can bring some equality to this breath by bringing in some counting. Maybe breathing into the belly for 3, into the chest for 3, exhaling down strong and long for the count of 6. And coming right back into your inhale. Creating a little sound with this breath by constricting the muscles in the back of the throat like you're fogging up a little mirror, but just through the nose. Using this sound of Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath. Using this sound to help us smooth out those transitions, building a bridge between our exhales and inhales. Like waves crashing on a shore, into the belly, into the chest, and exhale strong and long down through the nose, like the waves receding back into the sea. We'll just do a few more rounds like this, just getting to know the capacity of the lungs, breathing into the belly, reaching that navel point towards the sky, breathing into the chest, the heart rises, exhale strong and long down through the nose. Really good. Just warming up, just getting to know the capacity of our lungs today. As we breathe into the belly, not letting that air sneak into the chest, and then breathing all the way into the chest. Really expanding on the sides, the back body. Just a few more like this. Into belly, into chest, strong, long exhale down. Let's do 3 more together. Getting ready for a short retention of the breath. This is not a forceful hold. It's just a ceasing of the breath. And we'll just go to our own capacity here. So into belly, into chest, all the way up. Strong, long exhale down. Into belly, into chest. Strong, long exhale down. 1 more, getting ready for this retention. Into the belly, into the chest. Strong, long exhale all the way down. Retain the breath at the bottom of the exhale. Just pausing here. The bottom of the exhale, notice the sensations as we stabilize this energy that we're building up and giving our tissues a chance to absorb all this oxygen. When you're ready, we'll breathe in through the nose, filling the belly, breathing in through the mouth, filling the chest. Exhale strong and long down through the nose. Imagine you're just blowing hot air onto your feet and coming right back into the inhale. In, fill the belly, filling the chest through the mouth. Strong, long exhale down. few more. We'll be here for a few more minutes, just really building up this glow, this energy in the body, this breathing pattern known as Lagima Badana, the breath of attaining weightlessness. So really just connecting to any sensations you're feeling here. Breathing in through the nose, filling the belly. Breathing in through the mouth, relax the jaw. Exhale strong and long down through the nose. Right back into the belly. In through the mouth, filling the chest, all the way up, and strong, long exhale all the way down. And you can bring some equality to this breath by inviting some counting in, if you like. Breathing in through the nose, filling the belly. In through the mouth, fill the chest. Exhale strong and long down through the nose. And allow that count, if you are using a count, into the belly for 3, in through the mouth for 3, exhale strong and long down through the nose for 6. And if you are using the counting, just allow that count to be as fast or as slow as you need it to be. We're really just getting intentional about filling up all the way. Fill belly, fill chest, strong, long exhale down, maybe drawing the belly in slightly to push out all that stagnant air, all that stagnant energy. Allowing this breathing pattern to just cut through any heaviness that you're feeling, any fogginess, any doubt. We're almost there. In through the nose, in through the mouth. Strong, long exhale down. Using that muscles in the back of the throat, like we're fogging up a mirror, that nice ujjayi sound, to help us control the momentum, the force behind this breath, and really getting intentional with these last few rounds. What are you letting go? Exhale strong and long through the nose. Breathing in through the nose, fill belly. In through the mouth, fill the chest. Strong, long exhale down. We're getting ready for another short retention of the breath. This is not a forceful hold. We're not going to judge the breath or try to hold it past our capacity. It should be a very gentle ceasing of the breath. So keep this up a few more rounds here, in through the nose, in through the mouth, and strong, long exhale down. Coming right back into the inhale, breathing in through the nose, filling the belly, in through the mouth. Strong, long exhale down. Imagine you're blowing this hot gray smoke onto the feet. Everything that no longer serves you. Coming right back into the inhale, filling up with this nourishing energy, prana, oxygen. And just letting everything go on the exhale, releasing any tension in the body, just allowing the breathing muscles to do their thing. In through the nose, in through the mouth, strong, long exhale down. We're almost there. Let's do 3 more together. In through the nose, in through the mouth. Strong, long exhale down. Really filling up on these last few rounds. In through the nose, in through the mouth. Strong, long exhale down. 1 more. In through the nose, in through the mouth, all the way up. Exhale strong and long down through the nose, retaining the breath at the bottom of your exhale. Pausing here at the bottom of the exhale. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what it's like to be empty and open to all possibilities. Whenever you're feeling called, not going past your limit, but retaining as long as you feel comfortable. When you're ready, we'll just take a soft inhale in, filling up, and a soft exhale down, just letting it all go. And just pausing here in meditation for a moment. Scanning the body. Staying present with this energy that you've built up. And whenever you're ready, just blinking open the eyes. Grab a sip of tea or water, whatever you need to do before getting ready to journal. And what's going to happen here is we are going to look back at our year or whatever timeline you want to do. You can do this every 6 months or every 3 months or whatever you like. So decide that. And what we're going to do is write more intuitively at the first round. So I'll give you some prompts, and we're just going to write out, like, from our heart space, like what comes up immediately. Then we'll revisit those questions with our calendars. If you have a journaling practice anyway, those are handy to have. I forgot to mention you're going to want a timer. I like to use the timer on my smartphone. And your journals or your calendars from the year. So then we'll revisit those questions more logically, and from a more logical space. All right, so go ahead and get your journal out, write down the date, write down the timeline that you're reviewing. So this is my yearly review, this is my 6-month review, whatever you decided to do. And if at any point you're struggling through these prompts, just use those breathing techniques. I like to do that Lagima Badana, in through the nose, in through the mouth, between each prompt. So I will set my timer for 5-10 minutes, whatever, do the prompt, do a few of those breathwork patterns, and then go ahead and do the next prompt. So rather than making an hour-long video, I'm just going to give you the prompts, and then you can pause the video, spend your 5 to 15 minutes on the prompt, hit play, go to the next prompt, and so on. All right, so let's dive in. The very first prompt is just looking at our highlights of the year. So go ahead and set the timer, 5 to 15 minutes. And we're going to write out just the first things that come to mind. What was awesome, what happened, what joys did you have, what achievements did you make, what gifts did you receive, what gifts did you give, what have you done, any activities you did, any exercises, healing that happened, free stuff that you got, any insights that you got, any joyful feelings that you experienced, any new awarenesses or things you learned. Just kind of splurt it all out on the page, anything that brought you, anything that you're looking back at as that was a really high point for me. Even something as simple as it was sunny in December and I went outside and the sun felt so good on my skin after not feeling the sun on my skin for so long. So just anything, just go ahead and whatever's coming up for you in your heart space. Oh, and pause the video and go ahead and spend that 5 to 15 minutes on that. What were your highlights? Go. All right, everybody. Prompt number 2 is, what were your lowlights and struggles? And remember to set your timer. Don't spiral out on this. Spend 5 to 15 minutes max on just what comes up first thing for you. What were the big struggles? What were the low points of your year? So this could include anything that, any struggles, any sufferings, any excessive stress that you had, any projects or doings or activities that didn't work out, anything that happened externally or anything that happened internally. So go ahead and pause this video, spend that 5 to 15 minutes. Don't forget to breathe, and I will see you for prompt number 3. All right, guys, prompt number 3 is to actually use our calendars, use our journals to go through the year or however long, if you're doing this for a 6-month review. So use your calendars, use your journals, and literally go through quickly. You don't have to rehash and relive all this stuff, right? But we're gonna go through and look for the highlights of the month. So I like to just thumb through January, write out a few things that happened that I maybe missed with the more intuitive prompt. And we'll spend about 5 to 15 minutes on that. So go ahead and pause the video, use your calendar, use your journal to write out the events that you maybe missed and the wins that you missed during the intuitive prompt. All right, are we ready for prompt number 4? You probably guessed it. We're going to look at the lowlights and struggles using our calendar, using our journals, whatever you have, to pick out those things that you maybe missed when we were just doing it from memory and intuition. So go ahead and spend 5 to 15 minutes on that. Pause the video, and I will see you for the next prompt. All right, everybody, the next prompt is to actually just kind of look through what we just wrote and to see if there's any common threads, what were the things that were your intuitive wins? Do they have a common thread? Are they all based on inner feelings or outer experiences or financial wins or relationship oriented things? Just see if there's any kind of common threads that can be really helpful to exposing some of our patterns, as well as seeing the things that we missed, looking at the calendar view of the highlights and lowlights. Are there any common threads in the things that you just kind of wrote off, you weren't paying that much attention to? It didn't come up immediately, intuitively in those first prompts. So spend a few minutes doing that, set the timer for 5 to 15 minutes on that, and just kind of look through and see if there's any patterns that show up. All right, welcome back. We're almost through. Next prompt, we're going to look at what was working well for us. So this can include anything with our relationships, our habits, any kind of daily practices or rituals that you have, your body, your healing journey, anything that's going well for you. Just spend 5 to 15 minutes and go ahead and just blurt it all out. What's working well for you? All right, next up, we are going to, with an observer's mind, not judging ourselves or anyone else, just simply stating the facts, right? We're not gonna sit here and rehash and relive all these things or get all amped up about they should have done this, I should have done that. None of that. We're just gonna simply write out all the things that aren't working out for us, that aren't working well this year, that just maybe we've had this habit of waking up and looking right at our Instagram and then feeling crummy about ourselves, or for me, spending way too much time scrolling on Facebook and Instagram, maybe not getting out into the sun or taking my walks each and every day, or little things, whatever is just not working out for you, any habits, any rituals, practices that you think maybe I could do that a little bit differently, or geez, that just isn't doing anything for me at all. So go ahead ahead and take 5 to 15 minutes and write out all the things that are not working well for you. All right, welcome back. Go ahead and don't forget to do those breathing practices in between these prompts and after as well, especially when we're looking at these more like negative things or like things we're working on. It's really helpful to just digest any emotion that comes up. So our last prompt is we're just going to look back at those things we just wrote, the things that are working out really well for us, the things that aren't working out so well for us. Set your timer for about 15 minutes, and we're just going to write out some ways that we can improve. It can be helpful to look at different aspects of your life, relationships, health, community, your emotional, spiritual connection. Like, it can be helpful to kind of just write out maybe like 1 or 2 things for each topic, or maybe just write out 1 to 3 like big habits or practices you want to start to help you improve those things that aren't working out so well. So for me, it's like stop the scroll. I'm going to set a timer every time I get on the social media. I'm going to have those limits on my phone so I don't like go spending 3 hours scrolling on my phone. All right, so that's it for this video. I am going to be offering a more in-depth practice, looking at more of this stuff, and then also planning out 2021 in my private Facebook group, the Lyme Ease with Jen Hyla. So if you enjoyed this video, check the links below, come join the group, get on my email list as well. I have a Breathing for Health course as well if you enjoy the breathwork practices. So check out the links below. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe while you're there. Let me know how this practice went for you, if you enjoyed these prompts, yeah, I hope to see you in the Facebook group. All right, so thanks so much for joining in today, and I will see you next week. I'm trying to do a video each and every Thursday, so make sure you subscribe. All right, thanks everybody. Keep healing. Happy New Year.